Hello everyone, nubkeks here. Welcome back to Nub Raids. In today's video, we're going to be pulling some, I think, sacred shards for the Summon Rush. It's actually two fusions, really, for the Tormin fusion and the Blizaar the Howler fusion. It's an interesting one, this. If we look at the breakdown in here, you can see that for the Tormin fusion, there's 100 snow points at 2150 points and 4,100 points then for another 200. That is a massive chunk of points. It is possible that you could skip this. Remember, you can skip 500 total, but there's been pretty big chunks of snow points very far in a hero's path and multiple other summoning events. I don't know, like I can tell you for me, I actually cannot skip this, right? I've skipped too much already. I need all of those snow points. So I've got to go do this. It's essential for me. So I have to go that far, and probably a lot of you will have to go that far. So that's kind of rough. If you're going just for the Blizaar fusion, you have to go to 3,000 points. That's not too bad for a fusion. That's fairly standard. I mean, I would prefer if it was at like 2,500 or 2,000 personally, but 3,000, that's fairly standard in a Summon Rush, really. It's about 6 shards, and you're done with the Summon Rush, 6 sacreds, which is okay. Bearing in mind that sacred shards, there's a pretty good chance that that is going to be the champion chase event next weekend. And also a little tip here that I forgot to mention in the fusion plan, but of course in your fragment summons, absolutely save all of your Bovos fragments, right? You're going to get multiple of these. Save these to pull in the champion chase, because they will absolutely have inflated the points of the champion chase, expecting you to have saved these. That's what they've been doing recently. You have to expect that. For me personally, I'm in a slightly awkward spot with shards, and you might be saying, man, Neb, that's a lot of shards. But for me, this feels like a fairly low amount of shards, actually. So I'm in that sort of awkward position. If I pull 8 sacreds today, we're down to 15. And then we're going in with 15 sacreds to next weekend, which could be a 2x sacred shard event. And I'm just looking at, you know, that fusion calendar. Let me get the fusion calendar up. All right, here we go. It's the fusion calendar. But the big thing here, of course, is the question of what sort of events, probably shard events, because that's where their money comes from, really. Are they going to run for New Year's? Also, what are the shard events that are going to run over Christmas, right? The champion chase starting on the 22nd, ending on Christmas Day. Then a hero's path coming in. I've seen a pretty good prediction from people. I think I saw Scratch say it, that he thinks the hero's path is going to be, could be a guaranteed champion event. And I could see that happening as well. It's kind of scary. I think that the Heroes Path events for champions, we had the one for the Fusion Legendaries, and that was pretty rough. The one for the Fusion Legendaries for Lady Mikage, that was extremely expensive. We also saw one for Roxam, which was, again, extremely expensive. Basically 30 sacred shards for that guaranteed Roxam in a Hero's Path. So yeah, I've seen a lot of people say, which faction is he in? Oh man, I don't actually know which he must be Sylvan, right? Yeah. Sylvan. Okay, Firal. I've seen a lot of people really impressed by Firal the Barkhorn. I could totally see like a 30 sacred guaranteed event on Christmas Day and Stephen's Day and all of that for Firal the Barkhorn. I could absolutely see that happening. He's an insanely good champ with resist perfect veil, AoE decrease accuracy block buffs, single target decrease speed, a whole bunch of really nice buffs for your team. The more buffs they have, resist and all that. Like, he is a really solid champion. People are really impressed by him. I could totally see a guaranteed for him that's very expensive. So now it becomes tricky. How do you have enough shards to potentially do a guaranteed? Is it even possible if you've gone for Tormin and for this fusion? I don't know. Probably not. Like, I'm looking at it, I'm going, I can try to do the event next week with fragments, but I still think I'm going to be short for that. And that's okay. We can hope that they maybe go back to 15 or 20 sacreds. 20 I think is possible, 15 almost impossible, but yeah, we'll see, right? We'll see. I'm gonna save enough ancients anyway if there's a guaranteed ancient to be able to do it. What am I picking here? Obviously, there's no question. For me, I'm going for Duchess Lilith. I've never pulled a Duchess. I actually don't have Duchess, Badel, Lady of Ereth, or Wither. I'm missing 4 of the 6 here. And honestly, I would totally take another Kymar. That would be fine. But Duchess is the big one that I would want. And I've got both of these already. I'll put in Creodan. I do think Creodan is quite nice. And let's do it. Let's pull 8 sacred shards. I don't think I'm anywhere. Let me check my mercy. I don't think I'm anywhere near. Okay, no, yeah, in the Valkyrie progressive chance event, we did pull one, so I'm at 1. So we're not even going to hit Mercy. With 8 Sacreds, we're not even going to hit Mercy once. So we have like a whole bunch of 2%. No, not, sorry, a whole bunch of 6% chances here. And if we get them, we've got maybe, what, a 7% chance it would be Duchess. If we hit that 2%, it's not impossible. So it's definitely going to happen. Let's go. Of course. Positivity. That will fuel the... that's not a legendary. Okay, Catacomb Counselor. Oh, our chance to get that dude has gone up. Creodan. That's nice. I do have Creodan already. Don't know if I said, but I do have him already, so he's not too important. I think there's very few epics I would need. Honestly, the best epic would be Bovos, right? This cow for the fusion. That would be the best one. That would change the game for me. That would make this fusion a lot easier. I do think with this fusion, Blizaar, you're kind of in the position where, you know, if you're doing the Tormund fusion, and I am intentionally calling it the Tormund fusion, she's actually part of the Mikage thing, but I think I had loads of her already. I actually do need some of the Mikage champions. Oh, legendary! Ah, no! You're not Duchess Lilitu! You're not Duchess! You're Strategos Islin. I did pull his fragment. So I got the full value of the fragment in CBC, I'm pretty sure. Let me double, I'm almost certain. Yeah, so I pulled his fragments. That's cool. I haven't lost out on CBC points, as it were. But, like, I still haven't booked my Islin. I still don't... I'm not a massive fan of him, to be honest. I know people are. I'm not too impressed. Like, I much prefer Vizix for Hydra. And then I've got, like, a Nekmothar, who I think is significantly better as well, and Krisk. And so it becomes awkward to fit this guy in for me. He's got the chance to provoke. It's very good when he's counterattacking. That's good against Magma Dragon. He's got the AoE, decreased speed and decreased enemy buffs. He has ally protection, increased defense. Similar move to Blizaar actually does this on a 3-turn cooldown, which I think is kind of cool. He gives himself counterattack and a shield. He does heal himself and this team, like, a lot. But yeah, I don't know. I don't particularly like Strategos Islin. Like, he's fine. Best thing about him is going to be this. Faction Guardians. Pixneal, get out of there. Here we go. Here. Honorary Pixneal. You can sit in the defense slot waiting. Oh, a little bit of accuracy and resist. Actually quite nice for high elves. There's a lot of high elves that are going to benefit from that. That actually will help Arbiter a little bit. It would obviously help Islin if I use him. Pixneal, Elenaro, Lysandra likes the accuracy. Yeah, there's quite a few here. Even accuracy on Ethos and Yannicka is pretty decent. They've got a couple of nice debuffs there, and you don't really build them with accuracy, so that's okay. Okay, how are we doing? Let's check our 7 rush points. We got a legendary. Of course, that doesn't give us any extra points. We've got those. We need another 3. Another 3. Oh, I'm going down to 15. That should be easy enough to remember, actually. Let's go again. Okay, it's an X20 for Duchess. Come on. Come on, Duchess. I believe. Thylacia, cool champion. But you're not Duchess. Honestly, if we hit gold again, I would be absolutely delighted. Got one final chance. It's not. It's a Burangiri. He's cool. Yeah, he might see some play, actually. I wonder. He might see some play for some people in the Cursed City again. Mostly because of this passive, right? Very good against Bommel, so he could potentially be good for Bommel in Cursed City. He might be kind of worth building up just for that. There we go. We got Legendary, which is always nice, but unfortunately it was a dupe, so the excitement dissipates a good bit. Let's grab these, though. There we go. Our first set of fragments, and we're very close to this. You know, for the sake of the video, let's do 1 Void Shard for the sake of the video. The tricky one. I'll pick V. I'll pick 2. No, 2 Hanorach, I think, is better. And yeah, I guess we'll take her. Doesn't really matter. 1 Void Shard for the video. Do you believe? 2 Hanorach, please. That's a rare. Okay. Okay, it's a rare. Well, fairly expected. Like I said, we got Endalia. I've already got 1 million of her. I need a freaking Enda, because my Enda's got an awakening on him. I don't want to feed him in. But yeah, I'm close. Like, I could technically get Tatsu. We could actually technically get a Tatsu. We'd be wasting a 6-star here, which is not a huge deal. The awakening on Enda, realistically, I'm probably not even going to ever use him. Like, we probably could feed them in, and that would get us a Tatsu. That gets us a legendary for the champion chase, which is pretty decent, actually. I can fuse up Lockwayne very easily for champion chase, so then I'd have another lock. I might as well fuse him. I'm missing Elysinia, so not able to fuse her. And that's the only one I'm missing, actually. Oof, that's unfortunate. You could almost do this, man, for the champion chase. That's tricky. It's also really good to fuse those during CVC as well, though, because there are a ton of CVC points. So it's not too important. Like personal reward CVC, this is a mad amount of points. Like a whole bunch of personal reward tiers for nothing. Yeah, anyway, there you guys go. That was my Summon Rush event. That's how we're doing. Grab those points, grab this. There we go. So you got the points. I do think you could also go further. You could go for this mythical tome. I think that's totally reasonable as well. When you've gone this far, going further for the mythical tome is something you could do. But you're doing half of the Blizaar fusion anyway if you're doing the Torment fusion, it seems. So you might as well sort of stay strong. Actually, there's a Sacred Shard back. We're back up to 16. Excellent. You might as well sort of probably save shards. And like, if you do the Torment thing, you probably might as well get Blizaar. I think he's pretty meh. I think the champ kind of sucks, honestly. But you're going to do half the fusion getting Torment. Might as well stick with it. Guys, thanks for watching. I will see you later. I think we're going to be taking on Amius for the first time in the Cursed City. I'm going to record that actually right away after this. So I'll see you soon for that. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.